They have changed keepers for Youngins. He's going to defend the penalties. So this is interesting because with a smaller goal, it is interesting. So
Well, I think the defender there for Youngins, he did a real good job on Peter Byers, power for power, really. Youngins.
okay, let's find what ref extra time or shoot 5. Okay, there's 5 minutes extra time. 5 minutes extra time. So let's see what happens. You know what? They should have penalized them for being late. Go straight. But I guess it's now what? It's 8:41. The final should have started
Started
at
at
8:30,
8:30, yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
still have a second semi-final to go.
But it doesn't surprise me, Magic. Just that's how things move in this.
And that's my problem.
Is this part of the
That's my problem.
hemisphere
And
timing?
listen, let's get real. If we are going to compete at the top level, we have to change our attitudes. We cannot continue to do things. Oh well,
Yeah, but Magic,
in
you're
Antigua, so
correct.
you go.
But if the organizers had called off the game and say, "Oh, I don't want football player and I love the game," I mash
Well,
up the
here is the
sport.
thing. Here is the thing. This should have been fixed 30 years ago.
But it's not fixed 30 years ago, Magic. So it's what
And
we have
well,
now.
they're not going to fix it now.
Exactly.
But to say that if the organizers would call it off, yes, they're not going to call it off because they want their league to be
The
completed.
sponsors have to get their mileage.
5. So, that's the problem, though. Anyway,
so,
hey,
so,
you know
so
what?
Magic. Yes.
Let's put the problems aside. Back to back
No,
to
we have
football.
select 7 youngins. What do you think is going to be the approach? You think they're going to look to? You think select 7? Youngins. After getting that late goal, you think they're going to still be trying to attack?
Hey, listen, you want to go. As a matter of fact, it should be what you call first goal wins. That's what it should be.
All right.
Sudden death. It should be sudden death. So whoever shoots first, that should win the game. But let's see what happens.
So
They're going to be tired legs too.
yeah, there are going to be some tired legs. So I think they'll have to make some substitutions along the way. But let's see as select 7 having control, but youngins seems to have been an infringement called there.
Foul on William over there on the far side. Look, this game is interesting because Youngins were basically out of the game.
They were just
They
totally
came back to
disorganized.
equalize, and now with 5 minutes extra time, like 5 minutes per half, that is.
Wow, that's
shot,
a powerful
that's
shot
a
on goal.
beauty.
But a
Yeah,
good save there by the.
The keeper is having. Listen, he should buy a lottery ticket because he should buy a lot. He's having a fantastic game in nets for Youngins. So
Select 7 going to get a corner
A corner kick.
So let's see.
it's Parish League TV.
Yeah, you're
Parish
live
League
at
Network
Parish League Network.
on
We're our
YouTube and Facebook
page.
Live. And it's football, 7-a-side football in Pigotts at the Pigotts playing field. It's 1-1 into extra time in the first semi-final.
Shot again.
Shot wide by Select 7. They shot first in the first half. They were up 1-0. And late in the second half, it was Youngins coming to equalize. And we're now in extra time. 5 minutes half for the extra time. Both teams looking for this win. The winner goes into the finals.
A bit later. It's a long kick. Is he able to save it? Doesn't look that way. So goal kick.
Big Pete He's the lone player. Well, now Troy has joined him, but he was the lone player. And this guy,
I know.
he shoots everything. He's always looking.
He's
for
always looking to shoot and goal, but he doesn't seem to has his bearings getting a bit.
His GPS might be off.
Has to recalibrate.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But the thing is, goals win games, you know. So
So select 7. Watch the camera, guys. So far in this extra time or extra minutes, I'm seeing a lot of long passes.
yeah, they're not
they're
playing
not grouping
the
the
type.
passes.
Oh,
Hey,
try again.
Goal. And it's a
Try
goal.
again. That's the guy.
It's a goal.
He put select 7 in the
Beautiful.
lead, and here he is again, putting them in the lead once more.
That was beautiful, beautiful effort there by the youngster there.
And you were just talking about them not stringing passes, but this time around, 3 passes and they were in the back of the net. So, will they be able to hold on to this lead? That's going to be interesting to see.
So, youngins back into a familiar position, having to try to come from behind. Select 7 now, their confidence will be back up. Youngins on the attack.
Yeah, trying. Isco.
And
That one over the
Over the
crossbar.
bar.
So Troy, who has put select 7 in the lead in the first half, has just put them back in the lead again in extra time. They weren't able to hold that lead. Will they be able to hold it this time around? The breeze has picked
picked
up.
up a bit, yes. Here's an opportunity.
Oh my gosh! There's a
goal.
oh my! He missed it.
hit the-
He missed it. That one.
Another.
All he had to do was steer it in the back of the net.
Yes.
All he had to do
Another
was
missed
steer it.
opportunity.
He actually saved it.
He
Did
saved
he
it.
save it? Well, they're going for a corner kick, so he must have saved
There's
it.
some
No, he
disputes.
didn't. Actually, he did not. He missed.
Yeah, he looked like he just guided it a bit wide.
Yep.
And that's the whistle for.
first 5 minutes.
The first 5 minutes, and
Oh,
the referee looks like
Is
he's
it
telling them to
5
switch
minutes?
switch over one
Yes,
time.
That's it. They're switching sides. So it's 10 minutes extra time, 5 and 5. So they're switching.
Well, Magic, it goes is like a replay of the first 40 minutes. Select 7 getting a goal, youngins having to come back, and they're in the same position. So they could still have hope, still have faith that they could do it again. And let's see what happens in this last 5 minutes.
Well, you sound like Barack Obama. Hope. You know, Barack Obama came with that big hope.
Hope, yes.
What was it?
yes.
2004? He did 8 years, I think, right?
Yeah, he did.
When did he?
Yeah, he did 2 terms. Yeah, he did 2
Did
terms.
2 terms, and then you had the great. No, so it couldn't
wasn't
have been
2000, it was-
because
It was about 2000.
the dumpster Donald was there for 4 years.
Sir
And,
Donald.
yeah, so it's 2018. So it would have been 2020, what?
It'd be 2010.
2010. 2010, 8 years.
No,
2018.
No.
Yeah,
2018.
yeah. So,
Okay. So the Don
So
one
the
in
Great
20
Hope.
Don one in 2018.
yeah, 2018.
So it was
and
2010,
yeah,
yeah.
he had 1 term, 4 years, and Lord, luckily. Did he take home state secret, nuclear secret?
I don't know about that. Let's stick to the football, please.
So, we're
So-
back here live.
A youngins trying to make an attack
equalize.
here.
They're
And,
trying
ball
to
is
equalize.
deflected. Now, Magic. What
Yes.
select 7? Should they just go on all defense?
It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a long time in football. So, listen again.
Well,
you
look,
want that
It-
cushion.
It looks that way. Look. Pete Byes is even retreating.
Well, because it's a kick on the near post, probably a corner kick. So,
Yeah, but normally he would be up here, but
well, the thing is, they want everybody back. They don't want to have any unmarked players. So we hear Barry's Hammond being played in the background. Your music.
Yeah, man, I love.
Oh,
I
Big
love.
Pete, what can he do? He has Troy with him. He has Troy. He passes and he shoots.
Oh,
And
another
that's a
goal!
That's Troy. That's
Another
it.
goal there.
I think that's it. You can.
Yeah, I think we can put it in the bag.
Nah, I think you can stick a fork in this one. This turkey is
This turkey's well cooked.
definitely. you can stick a fork in this one.
But Magic, I was watching.
It's 3 goals.
I was
to
watching
1.
the keeper there a while ago, and he looked.
No, it's a good goal.
It was a good goal, but it didn't seem too powerful. I think if he
Well,
had
what happened-
kept his composure, I think he could have.
Here's what happened. When Big Pete passed, he continued running. The keeper was in too much. That's a great shot on goal.
Great shot
for
on goal
Young.
here.
But he was looking for the pass.
We're getting
back
some
to
advice
Peter
here.
Byers.
Experience is
But
always
it's
a
true,
winner.
Because Big Pete, he created a diversion. See, when he ran to the far side, the keeper was
Had an eye on him
he
there.
had to. And Troy was like, okay, you think I'm going to pass? Nah. Well, let me tell you, if I'm the keeper, I'm looking for the shot. Because Troy, he love goal bad. Trust me. So
And let me tell you, Troy is young. He has that hunger, that appetite.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So he's going to want to put his brand out there.
You know what? He has a hat trick.
That's true.
Troy has a hat trick. Now, in this format of the game, a hat trick is a big deal. A big deal. So, you can really put this one, you can rack this one up for Troy as, yo, you did fantastic. You did well. As we see a shot, wild shot for Youngins. 3 goals to 1 with 2 minutes also gone in the 5 minute of the second 5 minutes. I think I can say this one is over. Yes, you played to the last.
I think I can join you with that one.
Definitely.
Magic. And so we also want to just recognize the sponsors of this particular tournament. We have Fitzroy Rewinding, Cool and Smooth, and Gunthrop Spring Water. Those are the major sponsor for the Pigotts 7-a-side tournament here. And so we just want to big up our sponsors. A lot of time, sponsors go unappreciative, but their injection is very important in making a lot of this very possible.
Definitely, most definitely. Without sponsors, you really don't have sports because at this level, yes, you can play pick-up games like you do play all the time, but when it comes to organizing, when you have to give out trophies, is this tournament, this particular tournament, the cash prize is $2,000. So
oh boy, that's some big money there, boy.
Of course.
Oh boy.
And at these times, $2,000 is a good wad. That's a nice roll.
Well, things they look like the door is slowly closing.
Yeah, they're slamming the door on this one because Youngins, they can only blame themselves. They had a number of opportunities. They did not, take those opportunities. And Select 7, when they got their opportunities, they make the count.
They capitalized on it.
Definitely.
Some fresh legs coming in for Youngins, but that might just be a little bit too late as the ball is on the left flank here and it's crossed, but no one is really there. Big Pete was just really hanging out in the center there.
Big Pete is
Yeah,
dropping back.
there.
He now understands that, listen,
It's control of the ball,
we have a
possession.
2-goal cushion.
Yeah.
Some friendly
a little
banter.
by play
Some
there.
friendly banter just now.
Another
with
little
Big
shower
Pete.
coming in again, so we're playing a little
And
cat
this is
and
it.
mouse.
That's it. Game over.
Game over, so congratulations to Select 7 on advancing to the finals here in the Pigotts 7-a-side tournament. And
Let
so
me see if I could grab Big Peter, one of the players from Troy. Oh yeah, wait, he's the hey Troy. So yeah, we got Select 7 has just won the first semi-final of this match here in the Pigotts tournament. I don't remember. Got you? Yeah, I don't remember a player scoring a hat trick in this format of the game. Young fella, you have done very well at this format. A hat trick in this game. Come on, what was your mindset going into this one?
I see. My mindset was just to win the game because I know it was the semi-finals and it's one step to the final to win the trophy.
Yeah, so you're definitely ready for the finals. 3 goals. I hope you didn't score all your goals in the first one. I know you have a couple more left for you in the finals.
Of course. My team needed me tonight and I had to step up.
You know what? Premier Division is started soon. Who is Troy playing for in the Premier Division? No, come on, let out some secrets now. Who are you playing for in the Premier Division?
Pigotts Bullets.
Oh, Pigotts Bullets. So there you get it. Pigotts Bullets is going to have this scorer, this dynamic scorer in the league. Have a good one. I hope we'll be talking again after the finals.
Thank you.
All right. So it is football here at the Pigotts playing field. It's semi-final number 1. We go to semi-final number 2 in a couple of minutes. We take a short pause and we'll be right back.
Where your daddy? You see him? You do? Okay.
I'm so cute.
Who?
My daddy.
Oh, that's so cute.
My daddy.
She's like, I'm so cute. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
My mom got my daddy to court.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Listen.
We ready? Okay, so the second semi-final, it is Roma FC. They're moving from left to right, and they play young, wild, and free. They're playing in the orange and white, young, wild, and free. And the young, wild, and free got their first shot on goal. Well defended. So the first semi-final is in the bag. And we saw young Troy Jules with a hat trick in this one. And he has announced that he'll be playing for Pigotts FC. I think he played for Rangers in the past. Now he's back and he'll be plying his trades right here at Pigotts. So with the season coming up, the supporters of Pigotts would, I'm quite sure, be happy to have Troy Jules in their lineup. Semi-final number 2 here at the Pigotts play field. Young, wild, and free. Running wild at Roma FC. Who will join Select 7? The winner of this game joins Select 7. They won 3 goals to 1. They won in extra time. Troy Jules scoring all 3 goals for Select 7. As we see Roma looking to open the scoring. Oh, a volley missed by Roma. That's their first shot on goal over the crossbar. It's 0-0. Second semi-final. $2,000 up for grabs. It is Parish League TV, live on YouTube and Facebook Live and we're at the beautiful, beautiful Pigotts playfield in Pigotts, right next to the VC Bird International Airport, on the way to Param Town, the first town in Antigua and Barbuda. Yes, the first town, Param Town. For those of you who have joined us, those of you who living in the diaspora who have left Antigua and Barbuda for ages, I'm sure that the cameraman will give you a nice view of whatever you can see right now of Pigotts. And for those of you who are from Pigotts, who live overseas, yeah, you can join us home just for a brief moment because we're coming live from the Pigotts playfield, made possible by a number of sponsors. One of those sponsors are here with us tonight, and we're grateful to have young Wild and Free trying to score that one, but could not make it. And we have a young supporter of football. He's energetic and loving it here at the Pigotts playfield, taking on some football. And John has just brought refreshments. My gosh, he's such a good guy. And you know what, John? You know, we have to talk about the work that has been done by Mark Charles in this effort to bring live sports through Parish League network here in Antigua and Barbuda, because he takes a lot of time out of his busy schedule to make sure that people all around the world have an opportunity to be a part of what's happening in Antigua and Barbuda as it pertains to sports.
Most definitely, Magic. You know, Mark is the technical brainchild behind of this whole Parish League network. Taddy Arundel would have been the conceptualized,
the Ayatollah
person who would have had this vision, this idea. He always speaks about bringing this to a level of a sports max sort of standard, and you know, but Mark and his team, Arden also, they have really been very critical in the whole back house, if you want to say the back of house production. Everybody would see me, Taddy, on the camera, but these guys have worked real
hard behind the scenes.
Yeah, hard behind the
definitely.
scenes. Here's a chance now as he comes down the right flank, and good recuperating here. Magic, just highlight me who these two teams are.
It's Roma FC. They're in the aqua green or whatever. What color is that? I'm colorblind.
I'm gonna call it blue for now.
Blue for now. Okay. And it is Young, Wild, and Free in the orange and white.
All right.
Orange, white, and black, actually.
But back to this whole Parish League network. You know, I remember us doing our first show. I'm sure Mark can recall. We went up to the Animal Farm. Yeah, man, and we had some heavy signage with ACB logo. We were trying to find a setting. I mean, it was real challenging, but you know, one thing I can say about Mark, he never gives up. If there's a challenge, he comes back next week with a solution, and he's always been like that. And you know, kudos must go to Mark.
As his days when he played for Mahaigo. You know,
well, look, Magic.
No, come
Magic.
on. Listen, I think he played cricket for Mahaigo for about 100 years. I'm telling you, he has always been.
And do you know he made his rebirth again in this year?
Well, listen, I can well imagine, because it seems as if when he stick his claw into something, he's not going to stop. And that is something that we need around here, though. And, you know, John, one of the things about sports in Antigua and Barbuda, as we see a chance,
and it's a goal.
Young, Wild,
Wild and Free has freed themselves up.
Mistake by the Roma defense. A mistake by the Roma defense, and Young, Wild and Free has taken advantage of that mistake, and they're up 1-0 in the second semi-final.
Yeah, but as you know, we close off Mark here. It is, as we see, a substitution, so some fresh legs coming on quite quickly. I said Mark has really just worked tirelessly to ensure that our production has improved over the years and months. And so, Mark, you know, big up yourself, and you know, the young or then he has also been coming along very good and really assisting. And we see we have all our different cameramen now. So we have
camera women.
we have our whole technical team
Yes.
around. So
We see another shot
just
Angola
over
header
the-
just over the
just
post.
over.
But yeah, listen, and from what I'm understanding, there's so much more to come with this Parish League network. So for those of you, look out. There's going to be an improved process when it
Look.
comes to the network.
what Taddy has said, right, is Parish League is generally centered
Cricket.
around cricket.
Yes.
But Taddy had said, hey, we might even rename this Community Sports Network.
I got
because we have done basket. What we did volleyball, Mark. We did volleyball. We did basketball. We did athletics. Football,
It's sports. It's community
cricket,
based. Whatever is happening
whatever
in
is
Antigua and
happening,
Barbuda.
the Parish League network has been there, and this is the vision of Taddy wanting to bring the cricket into, not only into the household in Antigua, but you could be in England, wherever.
You could
Australia.
be in the Ukraine or Russia. You can watch.
Vladimir Putin can
Oh,
take a peek
definitely.
in.
Listen, but you know what? Here is the thing, though. I remember years ago I did this show on Observer, and we were live, and we said, you know what, people, wherever you are listening from, tell us. There was a group of Antiguans living in Alaska. And I remember this woman called and she said, yes, a bunch of us left Antigua and Barbuda as nurses, and we now have an association in Alaska, about 50 women who had left Antigua and Barbuda, and they have their families and they were living in Alaska. So you never can tell. You never can tell where people are living. We have Antiguans living in China as well. So wherever you are, Abu Dhabi, wherever, you're in Israel, you can tune in. Wherever you are, you can listen, you can watch live on the Parish League network, on YouTube, and on Facebook Live.
And we're also on Instagram too. We're also on Instagram. So here comes Young, Wild, and Free.
I like that name. It reminds me of the days when I was young.
Wild and Free.
Well, I don't think I was wild. And
Here's an opportunity for a goal.
Oh, that's a goal.
And another goal
my
again.
Gosh, that's
I think that was more. That was a lot. That was a good shot, but that was poor defense too. I don't know how somebody can be right in the center there and not being marked. So another goal. So Young, Wild, and Free really letting go on Roma.
Yeah, we have a spectator on the field. I don't know why he's on the field, but I don't know if he's coaching. But he just lost. I don't know. When you lose, go home. Losers. Lose.
Seem to have.
But I guess he's supporting them.
Seem to be having a little challenge with the referee.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the referee. There was poor defense. That's all that was. Poor defense. Come on, guys. Get the game rolling.
Yeah, that looked like poor defense from
Definitely.
here.
So, John, as we continue the whole process of, covering sports in Antigua and Barbuda on this network, we see Young, Wild, and Free just having their own way with this Roma defense, because they have not done
Mark,
a
is
good
that
job.
replay that we just saw a while ago?
Okay, it's getting a bit antsy.
What was that all about?
Oh, this is crazy now. So this is getting.
All right, so tempers are getting a little bit.
Flaring, and they don't.
Flaring.
There's no need for this. This is sports, and when it's sports, you got, people become very agitated at times. But
Yeah,
there's
but
really no need for this, especially when you are live on Facebook and on YouTube. This is not what we're trying to portray here in Antigua and Barbuda.
Well, Magic, we're not going to give this much credence. I was just bringing to highlight one of the things now. Parish League Network, we even have replay. They just showed the replay of the goal there, so it's just to show you that the technical skill set of Parish League Network is there with a few more apparatus, a few more technical personnel and equipment. I'm telling you, we're going to be up in the ranks here. We'll leave the umpire, the referees to try and control this. We don't want to spend too much time on
they got their work cut out for them.
This negativity.
And
they seem, you know.
Listen, it's sports. We see fights all the time. We see that. I mean, that's just the way. Tempers flare. The thing is, though, it is the officials as well as the players who need to say, you know what, it's not worth it. Let's not do this. This is supposed to be a friendly competition. And yeah, Gershom is on the field, organizers. Okay, that's the job of the official. The official, with the whistle, controls the game. That's it. That's how sports work. Without, we don't give officials enough credit because without the officials, they can't play. Remember that. The officials control the games, and they must be given the support that is necessary to manage the game. So the player, he kicked away the ball, and he has been given a timeout. His timeout 3 minutes. He's off for 3 minutes. So the team now plays with 6 men as opposed to 7 for 3 minutes.
Well, let's hope the players can settle down and we can get back to some good football. So far, we've seen 2 lovely goals as Roma is coming on the attack, coming down the left flank here. He passes it into the center. Wasn't able to control that pass. Could have been a lovely play there. As Young, Wild and Free now trying to get on the counter attack, but
well, they're young. I don't see them to be wild. I know they're free, but I guess they like that name because if you know, there's some young players and energetic, rearing to go. They've been pushing from the start of this game. So let's see what happens.
So Roma has a chance, is making and a weak pass across there. So the keeper able to pull that in quite easily.
And we have a number of this player. He's a national team player playing in defense for Young, Wild and Free. If you drive around Antigua and Barbuda, you see him on the billboards for INET with a telephone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's him. So, the league has brought some good talent to the fore. So, and another shot on goal. That one was just, left of the keeper. A player tried to get on it, but unable to.
Well, what I like with the Young, Wild and Free so far is they're not afraid to go after their shots when they're in that box, in that half there. They're attacking and they're looking for every opportunity. And Magic, when we look across now to the northern side, we see the crowd building up quite nicely, and so the excitement is building. Select 7 has already booked their spot into the finals, and so these 2 teams, Roma and Young, Wild and Free. And here's a shot on goal and well saved by the keeper. Was that a save or the ball is put up into him?
He was saved. And the thing is, there's no such thing as butter. We say those things in Antigua and Barbuda, but they're all great goals. And, when you watch world football, you say, boy, he's lucky. No, you hear the commentator, great goal. But in Antigua, we mark hard in Antigua.
We mark real hard.
Definitely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Pigotts, in the Pigotts community, right here in the Pigotts Sports Field, and you're watching the Pigotts 7-a-side tournament. Tonight we are having 2 semi-final games. We already had one between Select 7 and Youngins, and Select 7 winning 3-1. They had to go into extra time, 10 minutes of extra time, 5 minutes of each half. And so these two teams now trying to book their spot into the final. How challenges it? How challenges it, Magic? Playing, you're going to have to play basically 2 games in the night. How challenging is that for these teams?
The thing is, they know that that's what they need to do. And for Select 7 who won first, they'll have more time to rest. Now, because it's just 20 minutes per half, they would not have played an entire game. So if you're a football player, it's 90 minutes in the game. So you should have enough energy to play 2 games. It's like the 2 games will make up 1 game. It's not even 1 game. However, you know how the body works. Yeah, I mean, if you're a sportsman, an athlete, whatever, to play and rest and play again can be very difficult.
That's my point I was going to. So I was saying I'm wondering if it's going to favor the 2 teams that are playing last year, because they're going to go straight into the finals. The adrenaline is still flowing. The blood is, the blood.
I would want to play the second semi-final if I was playing, because the first semi-finalists, they would have rested. The body cools down, and then they got to get themselves ready again. Now, if you win the first semi-final, what you want to do is 5 minutes or so before the end of the second semi-final, you want to be out there running. You want to be out there getting, definitely, getting real sweat. You want to get that adrenaline flowing.
The adrenaline flowing.
I
definitely.
remember watching a tennis match between John McGinley and Jerry Williams one time. John and Jerry were like 2 rivals in Antigua tennis.
Yes.
And what happened? The game, they had to come the next day to finish. I think it was the 3rd set. So it's just 1 set. Now usually you play best of 3, right? I remember John coming to the court, and he basically, like, he played a set. Like, he was out there getting real fit, getting ready, because he knew all he had was 1 set. By the time the game started, he was ready. He was in.
Right.
So you have to use those types of opportunities to get yourself ready when you're playing sport. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're into. So, you play the first semi-final, you're going to be cold. You don't want to start cold, because one goal in the first 5 minutes and you may be out of the game.
Can deflate you, yes, definitely. Well, we see both teams here just trying to wrestle for possession of the ball here, as Roma is trying to make an attack here. But one of the things I also recognize in this game, the young, wild and free team, their players seem to be a little bigger than the Roma players, so they're kind of out-muscling them.
And they're mainly, I think, from the Pigotts community, because if you notice, they're wearing the Pigotts FC jerseys.
Yes, I'm looking at that.
So these guys you may see playing for the Pigotts FC in the Premier Division when it starts in a month or so.
When is Premier starting, Magic?
The end of September. There's the knockout, and then we haven't had football in Antigua and Barbuda for a while.
That's true.
Since the so-called COVID. Well, let me not say that, because there are a lot of people who would take that as being...
Well, I was just going to ask you what you mean by so-called. I was just going to ask you that, but...
I know. But
you know what?
Let's not even start that.
All right.
Because I know you can't wash away a virus, but they tell you to wash a virus. But you know what? I'm not a doctor. So
how you know you can't wash away a virus?
How you wash a virus? It's in they say it's in the ear.
I ask you how you know
because
you
if
can't
it rains, then there's no virus. If you can wash it away, then when it rains, there's no virus.
They say wash it with soap. They didn't say wash it with water. So
but if you have acid rain.
Anyway, back to the football here.
and back to let's not try and mess with Mark's business, because he's in that. What's that? That's the end of the
That's the
first
end
half.
of the first half,
Yes.
and so
That's a fast 20 minutes, though.
yeah, but it was action filled. Young, wild, and free. They were very aggressive. They were pouncing at any opportunity that they had. Remember we had a little stall with a little
Yes,
uproar.
yes,
So that
yes.
would have. I'm sure the referee counted all that a part of the time, and so these Roma, they're gonna have to regroup, reset, and try and get themselves back into this contest.
Roma had maybe one shot on goal. I think they're way above themselves in this game because Young Wild and Free is just running wild in their defense. And Young Wild and Free is definitely looking to get into the into the finals. Look at the crowd. The wall on the northern side has filled up with spectators. They've come out as a matter of fact, when we were here in the knockout maybe a couple months ago, there were a lot more people here.
Yeah, there were a lot more. But Magic, let's just take a little time out and recognize our sponsor, ACB Caribbean, Simply Smarter Banking. So for all of your banking and connectivity needs, be sure to check them out. All your banking and financial needs, be sure to check Caribbean, the #1 financial institution. Seco Pharmacy, for all of your medicinal and pharmaceutical needs, be sure to check them out there on the high street. And also Brands for Less, Carol and her team, all of your accessories, household, clothing, and for your back to school supplies, be sure to check them out at Brands for Less.
And ACB, that's where I do my banking. But you know what?
Transformers, starters, battery chargers, all PC and all this nothing. Repair, replace, more use, a wide selection of power tools. Service motors, quality lube. All PC and all this nothing. All electrical, wiring, dealer, quality. Low pricing, over 50 years we doing our thing. All PC and all this nothing. All PC and all this nothing. All PC and all this nothing.
Yeah, I recognize you. Yeah. So I was just saying, yeah, ACB is where I do my banking. I would not share my banking details with you though. But I must say that's where that's all I will say. That's where I do my banking. Parish League Network, Pigotts. For those of you who know Pigotts, on the way to Pigotts is Osborne Village and then Pigotts. I know most of you may not know this, but there are actually two villages here, Osborne Village and Pigotts. I bet you didn't know that one. But, you know, just a little history for you guys. When I was growing up, my Uncle Raymond, for anybody who live in Pigotts know Uncle Raymond, the preacher man. Oh my gosh. He was the man, and every Sunday we used to come and go to church with Uncle Raymond up here, and they made us know you're here at Osborne Village. And then you got Pigotts. All right, they're the clubhouse here. They've done fantastic work up here in Pigotts, in this community, to forge what I think is one of the tightest knit community. When they play Premier Division football, remember this. Once Pigotts is playing, let me tell you, 90% of Pigotts, they're at recreation grounds, supporting their team. Whether they win or lose, they're there in support. We're back live here in the 7-a-side competition. It is Roma FC versus Young Wild and Free in the second semi-final. In the first one, we had Select 7. They won 3-1 over Youngins. Troy Jewels, he scored a hat-trick for Select 7. And now in the second semi-final, we have Young Wild and Free. They're 2-0 up against Roma FC, and they're looking for more. Can they get more? Okay, so it's, you know what we call this when we're growing out, we call it starve out. So here's what they're doing. Young, Wild, and Free, they keep in possession of the ball. If you have possession, there's no way the opponent can score because you have the ball. So they're 2 goals to 0 up early in the second half. It's 20 minutes. Can Roma equalize? Can they get a goal? What can they do? What will the game plan be? Obviously, they want to score. Young, Wild, and Free. With a 2 goal cushion, John, with a 2 goal cushion, you don't want to take no unnecessary risks.
Definitely not. You want to make sure you protect that goal as much as possible. If there's an opportunity for a counter attack, yes, you'd want to pounce on it. But I think your primary focus is to defend those 2 goals that you have, and to ensure that Roma has to work exceedingly hard if they're gonna even come close to put one in the back of the
So
net.
Young, Wild, and Free has to invoke the Manchester City version of football. And yes, I'm a Manchester City fan. For those of you, all you Manchester United, oh well, let me not even say Manchester. You can't win a game. You Liverpool fans, you almost won, but you know what? You know, oh, see, you know,
He don't know United is right next to him here, but we have to keep low. We're not doing nothing now, so we're keeping low.
oh my God, you know what? You know what? When we were young, we supported Liverpool. The reason why, John Barnes. We used to watch John Barnes. Remember Emil Heskey, who was Antiguan. He played for Liverpool. A lot of us did, support Liverpool. But I tell you, when I switched around 2011 to Manchester City. Reason being, there was a young man by the name of Vincent Kompany. He was playing for Hamburg in Germany. He was trained by Andy Job Christian, who is an Antiguan
yes.
who played football, basketball, track for Antigua. I think Antigua is the top athlete ever. And he's working in Germany right now, and he was training Vincent Kompany, who got an Achilles tendon injury. Joe brought him to Antigua for rehab. I met Vincent Kompany. As a matter of fact, in his rehab, he played football in the All Saints League.
Okay.
Vincent Kompany. He left Antigua, went back to Hamburg, and was picked up by Man City.
Oh, so you
having met Vincent, exactly. So I was like, and Vincent Kompany. I tell you a short story about Vincent Kompany.
Well, quickly, Magic, were you supporting City, or you were supporting Vincent
No,
Kompany?
I was supporting City. I don't do personalities. I mean, like the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan for life. I love Magic Johnson, but I love the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
Even though as they get all their blows, they didn't make the playoff, I'm still a Laker fan. But short story, for all of you who are listening who are footballers, Vincent Kompany stayed at Jolly Beach, the place, the resort right next to Jolly Beach. It's the all-inclusive kind of vibe where they have you can cook and stuff.
Jolly Beach, when it was called Jolly Beach Vacations.
Right.
And then it moved to Tranquility Bay.
That Tranquility Bay. He stayed at Tranquility Bay. When you went to Vincent Kompany's room, it's amazing. What he did was, he moved all the furniture. Because in his room, Vincent Kompany had a football and he would kick it on the wall, all this guy did. When he's in his bed, Vincent Kompany lie in bed with a football and he juggled the football in bed.
Football was his life,
That's
his passion.
it. And for those young people who may be listening, if you love football, that's what you got to do. I listened to Kemba Walker, who is his dad is Antiguan. He plays for he plays for the United States team. He played for Charlotte. He played for the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. He's now at the Detroit Pistons. And he said, listen, I was this good because I just played basketball. So for youngsters, his encouragement was, you want to be good, play.
Play, you gotta play. Actually, I was listening to a reel. I think it's a reel. I'm not really into these things, but I listened to a reel with Kobe Bryant, and one of the players that played with Kobe said, "Hey, the reason why Kobe was always ahead of us, Kobe would be when Kobe's in the gym, we are just relaxing at home or something like that. When we finish practice, we gone. But Kobe went into the gym. Oh, that's a good save there by the keeper there. And and as you said, you got to just stick with it if you want to excel at the sport that you choose.
Kobe Bryant used to shoot 1,000 jump shots a day. You know, 1,000 jump. Listen, after just to think about it, I get tired. You understand? 1,000 jump shots. So now his muscle, your muscle has memory. That's why he was that good. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. These guys tell you Michael Jordan practiced more than most. He stayed in the gym longer than most.
Yes.
That's why they are that good.
Come on, man.
So you want to be good at any sport, any craft, you got to stay with it. You got to do it a lot. You got to repeat it. It's the same thing with, that's how you bring up your children, right? You tell them over and over the same things.
Well, Magic, it looks like Roma is just going to a slow death here, not really being able to muster anything at all. Young, wild and free still. Yeah, the instructions, don't foul him.
Yeah, but he did foul it. Well, I think he got away with that one because that was that was a teeny one. That wasn't a foul in my eyes, but I'm not the referee. So he's trying to get a couple of yards.
The referee is coming in.
He's trying to get a couple of yards on
Yeah.
on the free kick.
The player for Roma was very insistent. He was going down there. They were trying to stop him, but he said, no, that's where I'm putting my marker. But the referee comes in and the referee pulls it back a couple of yards here. So it's going to be a free kick to Roma. But Magic, maybe one goal for Roma can change their intensity.
Of course.
Change their momentum.
But he has to bend this like Beckham if he's going to score around that two-man wall. Poor
it had no power, no precision. And a corner, so another opportunity here for Roma to try and get one back.
Yeah, Roma is just roaming. I mean, and you got to pay for roaming. You pay extra
so they're
for
going to pay the ultimate price of exiting.
Oh, gosh. But you know what? Listen, games change on a dime, so one goal, one mistake. Look at that. Good goal. Oh my God. Well done, keeper. The keeper done.
That was a great kick there. It was a great kick. And that was almost eluding the keeper, and he just got his hands up.
He did well, though, the keeper. As a matter of fact, he's the Pigotts Bullets keeper in the Premier Division.
Okay,
so he knows his stuff.
He knows his game. Well, you could see that Roma is getting a little bit frantic now. They're really just trying to punch everything at the goal line.
Well, they have nothing to lose. They must score. They're 2 goals down. If they don't score, they're out. At least you get a chance. And the thing, you can't score 2 goals one time. You have to score 1 at a time. So you have to take that chance. You got to take that all the opportunities. You got to throw the kitchen sink, as they say,
throw the whole kitchen sink at it. Well, here comes Roma trying to build something on the left flank, but intercepted by the Pigotts, by the young wild and free. And I didn't hear any whistle, and now a delayed whistle. There's a lot of gesticulation on the field of play, but I found that to be a late whistle. I'm not certain.
It was a late whistle.
Yeah, it was like
I think that Sometimes, players incite and get the referee to do what they want. Sometimes, that's just sports, though. That's just
Yeah,
the way
that's
it
just
goes.
sport. It's a part of the game now.
Definitely.
Sport not only demands the physical skill, you also have to have the psychological, mental aspect to the game, and so
That's why players get carded for flopping.
And some of the best players of the different disciplinary sports now, they have a great psychological advantage over the opponent now. It's not only the skill set.
Ask Michael Jordan.
Oh.
They say Michael Jordan played with your mind.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that he was a very good basketball.
He was the greatest, Magic.
Oh my God! Listen,
the greatest of all time.
Here is the thing. I went to a small school in New Orleans, Delgado Community College, and the floor that Michael Jordan shot the game-winning shot for North Carolina in his college days, they had the floor. So I used to boast I played on the floor that Michael Jordan won his NCAA championship on. Look, and when you talk about sport, listen, Antigua and Barbuda, and I think you guys at this network, we got to start to push a lot of the history of sports in Antigua and Barbuda, because we have a rich history of sports.
There's a chance for Young and Wild, but good defense there by the keeper there for Roma, as Roma is trying to come back countering here. But here you have Young, Free and Wild there. They're staying back. They're staying strong in their defense.
See, now they're holding the
the ball. Yes.
See, the keeper is just taking some time off the clock, running out the clock. Roma has to push.
Roma has to pressure, yeah.
Definitely, they have to pressure, because if they lay back, then they're going back.
Roma may need some fresh legs. The players look a bit jaded. They're not really moving as much, and so Roma may want to consider getting some fresh legs. But here comes Young, Wild, and Free as they're trying to. Young, Wild, and Free, they still seem to be quicker to the ball.
Yes, they are definitely quicker to the
Roma
ball. They're
players.
younger, they're wilder, they're freer.
And here's an opportunity. Beautiful. Here's a shot. He couldn't get to pull
defense.
the trigger there.
Good defense. He loaded. The gun was loaded, but I think it was jammed.
It was good defense, but
Definitely.
But I must say, Young, Wild, and Free, they're really playing some good football. They're controlling the ball, controlling the tempo.
And they're hustling. Young, Wild, and Free are playing like they are behind, as opposed to Roma.
Yeah,
Roma, I think, should be throwing the kitchen sink. They should be putting more guys up.
Look
Listen,
here.
if you lose 5-0 or 2-0, you still lose.
Look at this. They still have two. Roma has two players in the defense still. They should have more players trying to create some attack here.
I think so.
So I think their game plan is a little off for the situation of the game here. As Young, Wild, and Free again trying, but Roma again. The Roma players are tired. Look at them. They're tired. The legs are weak. They can't really. They're not even running. They're just standing around.
Oh, here we go.
There's a
Young,
chance now.
Wild, and Free. Is this the number 3?
And it was not a goal.
It is number 3.
So that was excellent.
It is number 3. You just said it. You know
what I love about that goal? You could see the calmness in just approaching it. They didn't get excited. Just took his time, had a nice pass, and the player just eased it. And here is Young, Wild, and Free making, if you want to say...
You notice they're substituting players much more than Roma.
Yeah.
Like Roma doesn't have a deep bench.
Maybe Roma doesn't have a deep bench. Yeah.
And you're correct. They are tired. They're jaded.
Yeah, you could see that. There's absolutely no energy in the Roma players. So there's a change. Well, Roma is trying to get some fresh legs now. Roma is really feeling the pressure now.
Yeah, Roma.
Really,
I mean,
really
they're 3 goals down.
Yeah.
They know it's.
Come on, ref. What's that? I don't like that.
They know. They see. They know what's happening. This is almost game over for them. With 3 goals down in the second half of a 20-minute game, there's maybe about 5 minutes left in the game.
But here is it. Roma has a corner, and the players are not coming down to give any support. The 2 players lagging back here. They should be down into that half, trying to add some pressure there. But maybe they have just said, "Hey, it is what it is. 3-0. Let's just buy some time."
Is that a white flag I see over? Oh, no. Because normally a white flag says surrender, doesn't it?
Well, I think from the energy we're seeing from Roma, they have basically said, we surrender, we concede.
No, they've been outclassed.
Yeah.
Clearly, they've been outclassed, they've been outmuscled, they've been outrun. They've been, young, wild, and free has just demonstrated that, you know what, we want it more than they do.
Definitely. Young, Wild and Free showed that, and I must say, Magic, I'm going out on a limb here. I'm putting my money on Young, Wild and Free.
For the finals?
For the finals. I know that Select 7 is going to speak about the experience. And but I think that Young, Wild and Free is showing me their legs are fresh, they're strong, they have their energy, and it's going to be an interesting game, though.
Well, you know what? One of the things about competition is that, when a horse is running by himself, he look fast.
All right, Magic. Okay, Magic. I know where you're going with that. Okay, time will tell. Okay, let's leave it that way. Time will tell.
I do agree with you that Young, Wild and Free does look the fitter of the 4 teams that we have seen on display. The thing is, though, 1 goal, you fall behind and you never know what happens, because now you become rattled, you become, you lose your element.
You lose the game plan.
Definitely. Man. So, I do not disagree that they look even the more talented of the 4 teams. But hey, 1 goal can change all of that.
I know you see Young, Wild and Free really understanding the position of the game.
Definitely.
And they're just toying now with the Roma team.
It's
really
pure possession.
Yeah, just pure possession. Just taking it easy. If there's an opportunity for a shot on goal, they'll take it. But for now, it's just really just occupation of that ball.
They're like Russia in Ukraine right now. Occupying territory, huh? But
a tame shot.
Yeah, tame.
A little support there for the Roma there.
Roma.
And you could see that. There's only 2 men going forward for Young, Wild and Free.
Of course, they're 3 goals up. Why do anything? Why risk it?
They're just toying with Roma right now.
Definitely.
Just telling Roma, hey, we got you covered. You're not in our league.
Taking candies from a baby, as they say.
Roma, Young, Wild and Free, they may want to save some of these goals for the next game. They don't want to shoot out all their shots now.
Take all their shots.
So they just want to stay injury free for the rest of this game, and just getting some basics, disciplines of the game, get some passes together, maybe.
In the finals, when you pull that trigger, you don't want to hear click click. You
want to hear bo.
That's it.
But ladies and gentlemen, you're watching live coverage of the Pigotts 7-a-side tournament right here in the Pigotts community, and we're here at the Pigotts play field on the we call it the small field up here, and so we are watching the semifinals of the 7-a-side competition. Earlier we had Select 7. They overcome Young,
Youngins.
Youngins. They overcame Youngins there 3-1. It ended 1-1 in regular time, and then they had 10 minutes extra, 5 minutes a half, and Select 7 was able to put 2 in the back of the net, and so they end up winning an aggregate 3-1. So they're waiting the winner of this second semi-final between Young, Wild and Free and Roma, and so far Young, Wild and Free Magic, they have really been freeing themselves right here on the Roma team.
3 goals to now. As we see, one of Antigua's top strikers, Kerry Skeppel, has just graced us with his presence. And, you know, Kerry Skeppel, I remember, put us into the World Cup qualifiers second round with a fantastic strike late. I remember being at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, Antigua and Barbuda, needing a goal to take us to that next round of the World Cup qualifiers. And on came Kerry Skeppel as a substitute and gave us that goal. And Antigua and Barbuda was in a frenzy.
Here's Roma with a chance for goal, but good defense by Young, Wild and Free. And so another opportunity as Roma is trying to put one in the back of net. A shot on goal, but good save there by the keeper. But Magic, it's good to see a lot of the veterans, senior guys around the field, even if they're not playing, but they're still very much involved in the sport. And, it's good to see them. And here's
Skeppel is a coach now. He coaches youngsters in football. And he's very much a part of what happens in youth football in Antigua and Barbuda. So, you have to give him a lot of credit. Kerry Skeppel played cricket for the West Indies on the 19 team. So he was that versatile and that good a sportsman, Kerry Skeppel. An awesome striker. He did a couple of years in university in the United States, and he's played for Antigua and Barbuda, and now plying his trade as a coach.
But one thing, well, for me personally, that I have unearthed in doing our program every Thursday, a lot of our sportsmen were very multi-talented in different sporting discipline. It wasn't only cricket, it wasn't only football, it could have been basketball, could have been athletics. Our players from Antigua, and I don't know if the other Caribbean islands had that also, but most of our sportmen were, you have to call them sportmen, because they could have, we were talking about Pat White yesterday. And when you talk about Pat White, most of us know him from cricket.
Mm-hmm.
Pat White, he could commentate football, netball. They were so involved in all the different facets of sports.
Sir Vivian Richards was an awesome football player. He was one of the best in Antigua and Barbuda. He played football for Antigua and Barbuda. And as we know, probably the greatest cricketer ever in the history of cricket. Andy Job Christian, like I said earlier, Andy Job Christian played football for Antigua. He played basketball for Antigua. He set a Carifta record in the pole vault. He did track and field. Richie Richardson was not just a cricketer, he did track as well. A number of Antiguans. When we grew up, we did everything. Mark, we will tell you, you don't just play one sport. You played every sport. And whichever one you excel at, you gravitate to.
But it's just unique. A lot of our players excelled at both sports, football and cricket. And it's just amazing, that maybe if some of them really had concentrated on one, where they would have reached. In that sport.
Even the great Curtly Ambrose will tell you that football and basketball
was his first love.
Definitely. The thing about it is that as a youth, when you have all that energy, I remember playing tennis. I played tennis, I played basketball, I played football. I tried my hands in cricket until my mom said, "Where you going in my white pants?" Because I mean, I go to St. Joseph's Academy and your dress uniform is white, and one pair of white pants, and I'm using me away for me white pants can't play cricket. I have my for come home and mother see mother.
I work you want to get your mother
You
for
know,
the man,
mother
bro.
like, hey, where you going, my white pants? Let for school.
It's an opportunity for a goal from Youngins and just going wide of the
Young,
mark
wild, and
there.
free.
Sorry, that was Young, Wild and Free there. Yeah, but Magic, it's just amazing, and but a lot of people say, a lot of guys said in those days there was just nothing else to do, unlike
True,
today now.
true,
I mean,
true.
you have your tablet, internet, everything is more of a distraction, and so but these guys really, I think, demonstrated or epitomized the word sportsman in terms of what they could have done.
Without a doubt. But the thing is, when you look on, we follow a lot of the American sports. Two players in particular, Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson,
Yes,
come to
yes.
mind.
Yes, yes.
As multi-talented athletes, because they both played baseball and football at the professional level.
and excelled to some
And
extent.
excel, not to
Yeah,
some
yeah.
extent, they excel to at the top of those sports. That's not easy to do.
No, it's definitely not.
No,
Definitely
it's not
not.
easy to
Definitely
do.
not.
Deion Sanders is now a coach somewhere. I think he's somewhere in Cincinnati, coaching a college team. Bo Jackson, I haven't heard much of Bo
Yeah, I haven't heard
Jackson.
much
But your
of Bo.
sponsors, what about your sponsors though?
Yeah, well, we want to big up the sponsor of the Pigotts 7-a-side tournament. Those are Fitzroy Rewinding. Fitzroy Rewinding has been a long supporter of the Pigotts Sports Club. And so Fitzroy Rewinding again standing with the Pigotts Sports Club 7-a-side. Cool and smooth. Cool and smooth. They're forever supporting sports in Antigua and Barbuda. And so we always want to big up Amir and his team.
My
there.
brother! That's
Ah,
what they say.
yeah, my
brother!
brother. And Gunthrop Spring Water. So for all of your water needs, Magic, these last couple of days, they have been really, really hot, and you need to stay hydrated. So make sure you pick up your Guntrop's Spring Water and rehydrate yourself as these hot days go on.
Alternators, water pumps and generators, transformers, starters, battery chargers, RPC and RX nothing. Repair, replace, new or used, a wide selection of power tools. Service motors, quality lube. RPC and RX nothing. All electrical, wiring, dealer, quality, low pricing, over 50 years we doing our thing. RPC and RX nothing. RPC and RX nothing. RPC and RX nothing.
Yes, so you're back live on the Parish League network. It is 7-a-side here in beautiful Pigotts here in Antigua and Barbuda. And, the crowd has built fairly well. I mean, it's kind of low-key though in Antigua and Barbuda. The carnival just done, I guess people might be tired. There were thousands of people jamming and whining in the streets of St. Is COVID done? Anyway, let's forget about that one. Let's continue with
COVID is not done, Magic, but I think as which prime minister it was? I think there was a
Saint Kitts.
No, it was a Jamaican prime minister who
okay.
said, you either get vaccinated or you row your own boat. And
wow.
I think that is basically what it is now when it comes to COVID. They're just saying, hey, it's a cold. You grab it, but there's really no headlines, no big hoopla about it. Now, it's the monkeypox that is on everybody's radar at the moment.
Oh, for real?
Oh, no. Magic, wave me for real. The monkeypox, they say.
Listen, I can't keep up with this. I've never... the funny thing is...
Oh, man.
I've never seen a monkey with any pox, but I guess I don't know.
Boy, let me tell you, boy. Well, this game
it's done.
is done. So there it is. Congratulations to Young, Wild and Free in dominating this game, I would say, wholeheartedly. and winning 3-0. And so the finals is all set. Akeem? Okay, Akeem, welcome to Parish League Network. A very comprehensive win. How was it out there?
It was a tough game. We played these guys a lot in a lot of tournaments. Sometimes we're victorious, they're victorious. It's always a good challenge when we meet them, but we're happy for the victory today.
You guys looked very energetic, very sharp to the ball. Looked like you were more aggressive than them. Was that the general game plan, to come out there and be very aggressive?
Yes. I told the guys we were warming up early in the first half. We want to win this game, get it over it early. As I told you before, we play them a lot, so we know how they play. They are aggressive as well. I don't know what happened to them tonight, but just glad that we took the initiative and did that first.
All right, so you're now going to play the finals. You're coming up against Select 7. Select 7 seem to be a more mature team, a more experienced team, if you want to put it that way. You're playing back-to-back. How will that affect you in terms of your momentum?
Well, we're accustomed to playing back-to-back. You ask Gershom himself, he knows us. We played versus them a lot. We've won this tournament a couple of times as well. And yeah, we're just going to get some water, relax for about 15 minutes, I think, and then we're ready.
All right, well, Akeem, all the best to you and your team, and good luck in the finals.
Thank you.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. One of the players of the Young, Wild and Free team, Akeem there. And so we're going to take a short break, and as we prepare for the finals coming up. And so the finals, that will be played between Young, Wild and Free and Select 7.
Roasted peanuts. Roasted peanuts. Fresh roasted.
No, ma ka tele de. Eh? What's up, Dr. Harder?
Study, just study, well, the best thing to study is ignore that because you take it to
Don't move. You don't have to move. You know?
yeah. Yeah, when tadi get to the element tadi, they get tadi just leg go. So tadi my God. Oh yeah, man, son. Anytime you start another way to master the right of pressure. Okay, I release the
Is the finals of the 7-a-side here in Pigotts. It is Select 7 versus Young, Wild and Free. And right off the bat, Select 7 is taking a shot on goal. So this is it. Young, Wild and Free, they got through on a 3-0 win over Roma FC, while it was Troy Jules with a hat-trick to put Select 7 in the finals over Youngins. And already Young Wild and Free looking to score. Good save by the defender. You're listening to Parish League Network here at Pigotts in the beautiful village of Pigotts here in Antigua and Barbuda. Live football, 7-a-side. This is an annual event, but they've been on a hiatus because of COVID for 2 years. Who will take home what, $2,000 the prize money? Who will take that $2,000? Young, Wild and Free or Select 7? Jules, does he have any more goals in him? I think this is going to be a bit testy, this finals. Big Pete Byers is still up front for Select 7. If you're listening, wherever you're listening or watching from, it is football here in Pigotts, in Antigua and Barbuda. Finals of 7-a-side football. Select 7 versus Young, Wild and Free. Okay, not missing any action at all. Ball is out of touch. A light breeze blowing here in Pigotts. It was very humid all day today. He has some intermittent showers, light showers. It's nice and cool tonight though. Young, Wild and Free versus Select 7. Select 7 in the black, Young, Wild and Free, orange, white and black. Yeah, reggae music playing in the background. It's nice and cool up here. They have a small crowd enjoying the football. We have the camera crew. We got Mark Charles, the brain behind the network. John is here with us. Doing double duty tonight is John. He's commentating and he's a waiter as well. Glasses on the forehead looking like that school teacher. John, it's finals. This is what the guys have been waiting for.
Most definitely, and we're seeing the Young, Wild and Free against the more experienced Select 7. And so far it looks like both teams are trying to be as cautious as they can, not wanting to give away any advantage.
They're just feeling each other out, you know. I can well imagine the veterans, so to speak, the Select 7, the older guys. It takes much more to get warm. in 2 games after playing the first semi-final.
It's a cross, but no one there to latch on to that. But I must say they were warming up as soon as the second semi-final was over. Oh, that was a cross again, but no one was able to again latch on. So that's good football, though. Really
One
just
time.
taking their time. Cross. Okay, here's an opportunity. Can he make it? And it's just wide of the goal post there. I think the keeper came out and kind of shun him there.
That would have been, listen, Jules' 4th goal for the night has he converted on that one. He's a tricky player, that Jules. He reads the game well. He plays without the ball well. And, you know, in team sports like that, you know, running without the ball or moving without the ball is as one of the most critical aspects of being a good player. You got to know to get into the open spaces and to be able to elude your defenders. So Jules is one of those players. And he's a pesky guy as well, Jules is.
Well, let me tell you, I remember doing an interview with Evie Richardson. And Evie said to us, you know, he was training. I don't remember who he said his coach was at that time, but all the coach had
Maybe
him doing.
Danny Livingston, maybe.
Dan Livingston.
Okay.
All the coach had him doing was running up and down, up and down. He said, but coach, this is not football. Football, I'm supposed to have a ball. The coach said, you are going to spend 80% of your time on a football field without the ball.
Definitely.
So you're going to be just running back and forth.
Of course.
And
of
so
course.
that is what he's preparing you for. And just to the point you said, you know, you have to know how to move without the ball, get yourself into position to capitalize on any opportunity.
And you know, the coaches, they got to teach these aspects of the game to the young players, because young players, they want the ball. Now it's only one ball on the field. There are 22 guys on the field with one ball. You're not going to have the ball as many times as you think you're going to have it. So yes, you got to learn to move without the ball, get into space so that when you do get it, you can make good of your opportunities. So we're seeing some tough play. This might get a bit pesky, because you know, with $2,000 up for grabs. Yeah, I mean.
Oh man, you see, it's playing for all out. There's a lot of gesticulation taking place on the field, a lot of pressure being put on the referee to make certain calls, and so the referee also has to be very strong, has to be very focused, as the players are very demanding in terms of what they would want.
A game is as good as the officials, because if you have a weak official in an aggressive game, then the game can get out of hand. But the official, once he takes control of that game, then he dictates
Right.
what happens on the pitch. So yes, the officials are very important.
But thus far, Magic, I must say, while I had Young, Wild and Free running away with it, they seem to not be as coordinated as they were in the first game against Roma. And so I don't know if the opposition is preventing a different
Listen, like I said, a horse running alone may look real quick. Put him up against another horse is a different story. Yes, they outclassed Roma, Young, Wild and Free. But this Select 7 team, with the veterans like Peter Biles and certainly a pesky Jules, is going to cause a lot of challenges for a team like Young, Wild and Free, who wants to be able to just run wild. They're not going to get that opportunity against a veteran team, even though they're really having their time. Though they seem overzealous at this point in time, though. And I think they might have thought that, listen, this is going to be an easy walkover. But it's never easy walkover.
Thank you. Oh, me wonder.
It's never easy walkover against a team with Peter Byers.
Nice
Oh, that's a
crossover.
great save by the keeper. But he got hit. I think the referee should have stopped that. Okay, now he has. Now he has because
Who's that in the goal?
keeper
Is that
got hit.
Skeppel?
No, this guy, that youngster, I think he plays for Jennings, Jennings FC in the Premier Division. Yeah, he got hit. He got hit. He went on
There
to
was a little
save
collision
across.
there. Yes.
And you know, the most protected player on a football pitch is the keeper.
Yes.
You know, so
A
they
little
have to
attention
ensure
being
that the keeper.
shown to him there. Let's hope it's not too soon. At least back
He's
up on
alright.
his.
He's a strong
on
kid.
his
He's built
feet.
like an ox.
And I think one of the difference also here is that select 7 players, they're standing toe-to-toe with the young, wild and free players, so they're not showing any intimidation.
Oh, they will definitely not be intimidated. The thing is, though, you got to wait perhaps for the second half to see if tired legs take over for the select 7. Because young, wild and free, let me tell you, they're not going to be tired. They're not. These are youngsters. They can run
they just
all.
keep going. Yes.
They're like the Energizer Bunny.
So you're saying the longer the game goes, it would be
The
in
bet
favor
it is for
young
young
wild.
wild
Here's a
and
chance for a shot on goal. Can he capitalize? But no, good. Trying again. And good defense. Good defense so by select 7.
Listen, passing is good, but sometimes you can overpass.
Yes.
And I think they were guilty of that, young, wild and free, on that occasion.
Yeah, but I think they were trying to pull the trigger, but they just could not get that opening, and so they had to make that extra pass. So I have to give credit to select 7 for some real good, solid defense there just a while ago.
Yeah, they should have pulled the trigger early, but by the time they decided not to, the defense was able to collapse.
Right.
And the crowd is, I mean, it is an appreciative crowd, John, here at Pigotts. I mean, the wall on the northern side is in
all honesty, we have seen a more jam-pack. Said here's a long pass here, but headed out by a young.
Yeah, and you know, John, when you look on the foreground over there, you see, was that a shawarma shop? I mean, very popular in Antigua and Barbuda these days.
That's a goal and another goal.
That's a goal.
A goal. Is that
Troy
Troy
again? They
again?
were looking for a foul. They didn't. Did they get it? They were looking for a foul. They didn't get it.
Was that
and
Troy?
It is
Was that
1 goal to 0.
And
So
Troy
it's now-
again. That's 4 goals
Is-
there for Troy now. I think that Troy scored that.
Well, listen, a foul is not a foul unless the referee calls it. That's just the way it is. The
Yeah.
referee controls the game.
whistle
If
is
the
what-
whistle don't blow, it's not a foul. That's just the way it is.
Well,
So
let's
it's
see.
1-0.
Let's see how.
I'm looking for 2. Peter By. Oh my gosh,
Oh.
that one. He should be playing in the NFL.
That was like a punter.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
boot that one way out.
Yeah, not even. I think he would have missed the field goal too. But Yeah,
the pressure,
Young, Wild and
the
Free.
pressure is
The pressure is building.
pressure is building.
They
Yeah,
don't
man.
even want to hear music, even though the game is in progress. That- yeah, but see, it's okay, man. It's all right. The ball is out of bounds. See, John, like I said earlier, see, Young, Wild and Free, yes, they are faster, wilder, freer than they were against Roma. This is different. This is different. No, they're down one. They're behind. Let's see if they can come back from a goal down. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they don't get too rattled. Because at this point in time, they're rattled. They're arguing.
They're totally out of their game plan. They're out of sync now. They're not playing football. They're playing the referee. They're playing the crowd. They're playing the elements around the football field than playing the actual game. Here's a chance. Can he capitalize? No. It was a good cross there, but the player there unable to really control that pass and make a better opportunity of it there. But ladies and gentlemen, again, we want to just remind you that you're watching the Pigotts 7-a-side tournament right here at the Pigotts Playfield, and you're watching live coverage on the Parish League network. Yeah, it could be either on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, or even our Instagram page. And of course, the Parish League network is sponsored by ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking. So for all of your banking and financial needs, be sure to check them there at ACB Caribbean.
Seven-a-side football is good football is 1-0. Peter Byers and his Select 7 team looking for two.
Another goal.
And he missed.
That went wide. That was a nice little build-up, a good pass, a good lead there by Peter Byers.
I'm not sure about that. I think Peter Byers held the ball just too long. The player on the flank, had he gotten the ball earlier, he might have had the opportunity to slot home. But Peter Byers, plus the pass was a bit weak.
Okay.
A stiffer pass
right.
than you could slot one time. But I think that ball, it bobbled too much. But Select 7, they're up one and looking for more. Troy, that's the man of the hour. Certainly.
Well, definitely. So for the night, he has to be the MVP of the tournament so far. As Young, Wild and Free again trying to make a counter attack here. But I must say, you got to give the defense of. Here's a chance for a goal, and it was pushed just too high there by the player there.
So we have been graced with the presence of the president of the Pigotts FC. Senator James is in the house. As always, once there is sports carrying on here at Pigotts, she's around. You can bet that she will be here, and she is here, sporting her Pigotts FC shirt. And there's argument on the sideline. What's happening? You're leading and arguing. That doesn't sound well for the Select 7 team. John.
Well, let's get back to the field of play as
this Young, Wild and Free reminds me of a quote. Just watching them reminds me of a quote from Mike Tyson. He said, "Yeah, guys act like they're all that until they get punched." Now, Young, Wild and Free, they looked good. They were, enjoying themselves, having a good time. But no, they're down a goal. Let's see what happens. They're being punched. Let's see if they can punch back and come up and win this one because
I think for now, I think what they have to do is just buy a little time, let this half come out. Obviously, this is not their half. Regroup and see if they could get some better energies going forward into the next half.
They can ill afford. Another goal. I think that's acting. I think that he caught the referee on that one. Short boss did. He's acting. He didn't get hit. Just watch when he gets up. He's gonna be running down the pitch. Watch. Just take a good look. He ain't wiping. He lying. Look, he's up and good. He caught. See, that's.
I say he could make it into the academy, yeah.
And try. Ooh. Yes. He should get an. What do we call it? The Oscars. He should get an Oscar on that one. Hope he don't get slapped though. Don't go to the Oscars. You may get slapped by Will Smith. Leave my wife out of this. Well.
Well, I think definitely the young Wild and Free, they're out of their game plan now. They're not playing the game. They're playing all the other elements around the game, the spectators, the referee.
They've been punched, and right now they're staggering. Let's see if they can regain their composure and, find a way to hit back. Because right now they're really struggling.
Yeah, they're not focused on the game at all. But both teams seem to be in some level of quandary because even Select 7, so the $2,000 is working here. So, well, according to our producer, the $2,000 is being as a cross here, but not a soft one, and so the keeper just come out and collect here. The advice from the sideline is forward. Keep the pressure on. Don't settle with that one goal. We need more than one goal.
They do need more than one goal, and I think that
Peter Byers. You know what I realized with Peter Magic? He's just playing with a level of precision.
He's not as aggressive.
No, not utilizing too much
that
energy.
That is so true.
Just playing within himself, just trying to pick his spot,
And I tell you this much, the rest of the players, they're listening to Peter Byers. If you notice, he talks more in a game like this. Usually he's not a talker. Peter Byers, he plays his game. One thing about Peter Byers is that he gets knocked a lot because he's big. He gets pushed around a lot. Almost something like Shaquille O'Neal, who used to argue, but the people don't foul me all the time, but because I'm big, you don't call it. Same thing with Peter Byers. But he just plays. He doesn't complain, he just plays. Tonight though, he's talking a lot. He's trying to
keep his players, and here we see substitution here, bringing on some fresh legs for
Select 7.
This one is crossed, but just a little bit too high.
Ooh. That one, listen. Yo, let me tell you. That tackle by Peter, but I felt that. I'm on the sidelines.
that was some body crushing against body there a while ago, man.
My bad knees just shook just now with that tackle. Sitting on the sideline.
That was like two freight trains crashing into each other.
Some bantering by the two coaches.
It's a very intense competition, you know. Both teams want to be, you know, on the ascendancy here. But here comes Select 7 as they cross here.
That player, he has a beautiful number on his back, John.
Well,
What's that number?
I couldn't see it. I didn't see it. Just refresh me there, Magic. I'm not seeing it.
69.
Oh, Magic.
They obviously won't know what.
You assume
Listen,
they won't know, huh?
Well, the thing is, if you were
There's a
born
chance, I
if
know.
you were born in
Couldn't find the
1969, you would
couldn't
be
find
so
a player.
happy to see the number. And that was a long pass, or a long shot, actually. You know, for those of you who were born in 1969, you know you were born in a great year. I was way before.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
That was a. I'm telling you.
I blinked, actually.
the-
I
the-
thought
the-
the ball was coming this way.
The game is getting very intense. I believe the referee has to pay close attention and
No,
really stay
for
on
real.
top of it. It's a bit volatile. It can, you know, one incident can cause a big eruption.
Definitely. Definitely. Oh, that's a
foul. That's a foul.
That looks like a 3 minute. That looks like 3 minutes off. He's off. He's off. He's off for 3 minutes. Fuses are getting shorter and shorter as the game progresses.
$2,000, Magic.
Definitely.
Well, so
They're down
Select
to
7
men.
has an advantage now.
Definitely.
And let's see if they can capitalize on it. It's a free kick. And
A wasted
this one is a
opportunity.
wasted opportunity.
Wasted.
Did not even threaten the goal there.
You're watching 7-a-side finals here in Pigotts. It is Select 7. They're up a goal to nil versus Young, Wild and Free. Sounds like, looks like a foul. Is it a foul? Is it a penalty? What?
The referee's walking
happening.
slowly.
Let's see what's going on.
One thing I like with
here.
this referee, he's very methodical in what he does. He doesn't rush to any decision. And is it someone going to get another 3 minutes? So a lot of gesticulation, so it doesn't look like anyone
It's a
will
free
be
kick,
coming off.
actually. It's not a
So he's
penalty.
given a free kick. Poor effort there.
And this is
could be
problem.
dangerous.
Look at this.
This could be dangerous for Young 11. And another wasted opportunity here.
3 minutes up for the player who got this. That was a quick 3 minutes, my God.
I'm telling you, that was a quick one. 2.5.
2.5. That's a quickie.
So Troy has been given a break. Troy has been the Superman of the night so far with 4 goals under his belt.
The veteran Gershon. Oh my God, here we go.
Here's an opportunity.
Ooh, that's some defense. That's some good defense. That's what that was.
The coaches are very much involved in this one, creating a lot of
Oh!
That's
Young,
a goal!
Young Wild and Free have equalized. That one came out of nowhere.
I like to see that one. The 2 coaches high-fived on that one.
Yes. After bantering for a while.
Yes.
Boy, I'm not talk to you. Not talk to me. Hey. But then they high-five on the equalizer. Now, let's see what happened. So, they were staggered. They have come back. And they have dealt themselves a blow as well. Right on the stroke of halftime.
And just what happened, Jules went off and he was immediately summoned back on, but it's now halftime. So 1-1. And so Magic, just as we started, scores are even. I would believe Select 7 would have had the better of the half. However, Young Wild and Free would feel a little confident after getting that equalizer.
Most definitely.
And feeling, we still have a chance in this game.
So they're on level terms. So we take a break and we come back after the break on Parish League Network.
Yeah, but see them face up. And this the man do know. He brought down the rate of the whole thing. Yeah, that one. No, the man done it. He done it quiet. Okay, so I'm Peter going to see him. Now the man no, but everything can't go everybody's way. You can't go right. You never said that everything can't go everybody's way. Everybody's way. But the man I don't like it. Okay. You know, every time it's something happen and I think. Right now, we're going to pick up one to the game.
Yes, okay, so we're back. We're getting ready for the start of the second half of this final. We're getting ready for the second half of the final. Pigotts Bullets 7-side competition, and we're being joined by the president of the Pigotts Bullets Sports Club, Madam Keisha James, Senator James. Keisha,
Which one do you be magic?
Good night, good night, good night.
yes, and, listen, I know you have a lot to do with what happens in football or sports in Pigotts. It's nice to see this competition. Tell us a little bit about what's happening as you guys are preparing, I'm quite sure, as we see the start of the second half. Don't worry about it. Premier Division is coming up soon. Talk to us. I know we had some breaking news. We know Troy Jules will be playing for you in the competition. Talk to us a little bit about what's happening with Pigotts as you get ready for the Premier Division.
Well, right now our guys are training very hard. Last I checked, like 2 nights ago, we had over 30-something players out there, a lot of new faces. Yes, Troy Jules is back. We have a lot of our new players and our seasoned players that are out practicing. We're training hard, we're getting ready because we definitely will be taking that trophy this season.
Oh, hey, John, here it is. News again. Pigotts Bullets going for the Premier Division trophy. I mean, that's a huge ask in terms of the Premier Division trophy, Keisha. What is inspiring you? What is making you feel like Pigotts FC has what it takes to win the Premier Division?
Thank you for that question, Magic. Listen, we have a dynamic team. We have very talented, dedicated and energetic players out there who are committed to ensuring that the trophy comes to Pigotts this season. Our Coach Blake is working very, very hard. We all know he's an international coach and he stays true to Pigotts. He's training the guys hard. He's ensuring that they are disciplined, that they are committed, they're dedicated, and they're training as he sees fit. Wherever he sees the development areas, whether it's with the technical aspect of it, the attitude, whatever it is, he ensures that our players are well-rounded, and he's going to see fit that he sets that team accordingly so that we have strength in every position to bring that trophy to Pigotts.
And you know, when Pigotts come to town, well, the thing is, you're almost going to be playing at home because the Premier Division will be played at the turf,
yeah,
right next door. We know traditionally supporters of Pigotts FC, they fill the arena when Pigotts is playing.
That's right. The entire community comes out. Small, big, adult, everybody. What they call it? And the bagay. Yes, everybody comes out. We have the support of the community and the surrounding areas that will come out in their orange. Our colors are bright in the stands, bright on the field and around the field, and we're getting the support that we need.
Well, you're live on Facebook Live and on YouTube, so people all around the world, they're listening, watching this game and they're listening to you, what is it you want to tell those persons who are supporters of Pigotts FC who are not here? You know, what's your message to them?
My message to them is that Pigotts is a very dynamic team. We have a lot of talented young players, a lot of youths.
Hold on, let me interrupt you. This is a goal for the Select 7. So, Young, Wild and Free, which is incidentally a team from Pigotts.
Well, actually, both of them are. Both of them are.
So the veterans have moved and a goal up again. John, we'll be right back to you, Madam James. It's 2-1, and again they've been punched.
Well, again, Select 7 showing their maturity, their experience, just taking it easy and just seizing on that opportunity and pouncing it in the back of the next player.
Right, so at 2-1, Select 7, they're leading, and we go right back to Senator James. Talk to the people who are listening and viewing us, who are living overseas, especially those who are supporters of Pigotts FC.
Sure. Well, everyone knows one of the major challenges club faces, whether it's football or any of the other disciplines, is funding. So we're asking whoever is listening regionally, internationally, even locally, nationally, you know, we need funding. We want to fence our field. We want to upgrade. We want to resurface our football fields. Cricket play here as well. We have lighting that we would like to put up. We need stands. We need all this thing to upgrade our facility. So if there's anyone there that is listening that would want to donate or, make a donation to the club, we will welcome it. I'll leave my contact, 736-5805. We're on Facebook as well, and I'll also give our email address, which is pigottsportsclub@gmail.com, pigottsportsclub@gmail.com. I'll repeat my number. Let me just give the area code for those that are overseas, 1268-736-5805.
The big thing now is Cash App, what was the other one, Zelle?
Bitcoin. We welcome all of them, Magic. We welcome all of them. PayPal to any electronic money transfer.
Definitely.
We welcome all of them.
So for those of you who are listening anywhere around the world and you are a supporter of Pigotts FC, here's your opportunity to make a contribution. The president is here. And let me say this straight up. You have done a fantastic job with Pigotts FC, and I know you run a tight ship, and kudos to what you guys are doing. I know you have a team, it's just not you. So obviously you would want to big up your team.
Of course, and thank you so much. But the ship doesn't stay alone. I have to give it up to my team as well. Your colleague right beside you, John Baptist, he is one of our executive members. We have Gershom Philip, Mackenzie James, Gwen Salmon, our vice president Wesley James, and the list goes on. We have a lot of persons that are on board that keeps the club afloat, keep the happenings of the club afloat. So I cannot take all the credit. I got to give it up to the team that I work along with.
John, President, before you go, the youth program that seems to be a very successful program, and the youths are the farm to develop into the bigger team. Just speak a little bit about that youth program, and so we can encourage others if they want to participate in that program, how they get come along.
Sure, our youth program for football, we accept youths from 5 years old, and they go all the way up until they reach the senior team. We have revamped and restructured the program as of a few months ago. Prior, we were charging $110 to new registration, and you'll get the uniform one time. But now we have actually turned it into a term fee, like if you're actually in a school, where you will pay $360 for the entire term, and you get 4 practices every week with our international coach. You'll get your uniform. So parents, we're welcoming you. If you have any youths, male or female, that fits within that age category, we welcome them to Pigotts. Even if they don't know nothing about football, we will start them with where they need to start, and we will develop them up to the highest stages.
So the future of Pigotts FC is in good hands as the youth are there to continue what you guys have built and maintained.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so very much, Madam President. I know I can't let you go without asking you. Looking forward to what happens in Antigua and Barbuda in the next couple of months.
Yes, who knows what will happen, I mean, as a senator, my tenure is almost up. But that doesn't mean anything. I got the opportunity to serve my country, to serve my community, and I am dearly grateful for that, wherever it leads or whatever happens after it happens. But within my heart, I will continue to do the work that I have been doing with or without a position. It is just within me to assist others and to, try to develop persons as much as we could. Everyone needs to self-actualize and reach to that level or that stage of life where we can take care of our families, take care of ourselves, be comfortable within life, and help others as well.
Thank you so very much, Madam President. Have a great one. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. You as well.
Right, so it is still 2 goals to 1 here. And
I think now Magic, Young Wild and Free, they're feeling the pressure now. They know the clock is going, and so they're now in a little bit of anxiety trying to get that equalizer, as they know time is slowly itching against their championship bid right here. But as we see, the ball is on.
So there's a fight on the field.
A little scuffle on the field.
There's a fight on the field. And now this is crazy. See, I knew it. You could have sensed it.
Yeah, you could have sensed this
you
thing.
You could have sensed that it was coming. And
as I told you before, you could have felt the tension, you felt that anxiety, that fire, and I believe that the referees had to recognize that, had to take a little bit more control in the game, call the game a little bit tighter, not allow a lot of these hits and getting away without any call, and so.
Okay, here is what I saw. The player number 9 for Young Wild, he got hit, and he thought he was fouled, and the referee didn't do anything about it, and he retaliated. But the way he retaliated, he was there wasn't even the ball in the frame when he retaliated. Now, usually, as a player, you retaliate when the ball is in your space, because then
you could claim it's a part of the play.
Exactly.
But when you retaliate without the ball in your space, it is obviously a preconceived notion.
Of course. So now let's see what the referee is going to do. Who's going to get?
Well, the first thing I think the referee needs to do, those players, only players should be on the field.
Yeah, and this player is incensed that he needs to get back at this player.
I always, for these young people nowadays, I believe anything we have, we need to have some faith. And when people want to fight, they're trying to pull him off for the longest while, and he keeps insisting he's going back there.
Yeah.
I know when the passion gets in your head, I know people sometimes.
This is not good for football. It's not good for the league. It's just not good. However, it is what it is.
What we could say though is at least we can see the passion being expressed by the players and the supporters and the coaching staff. It's obvious that they're not taking this very lightly. It's something that they want to come out on top, and so maybe it's not being channeled in the right way or the more conducive way, if we want to say that way. But at least.
Okay.
So what came out of this at the end now?
Has been restored.
So how many players we have for 2?
It appears as if both players were sent out. I don't know if. Well, it's 3 minutes, I guess. 3 minutes each. It's 2-1 still.
Yeah, still 2-1, and still
7 leading.
Still a lot of pressure on Young, Wild and Free, and so we could see them putting that ball down.
Well done, press Aspie, press the Aspie. If you leak as we look up,
See the experience of the bias.
I like a top punch and I'm going to win the whole fucking subject.
The chaos out there. Peter Bias just calms them.
I saw him show a little emotion, right? But he just showed it and then he just pulled it back immediately.
Right, of course.
He didn't just, and it just shows you the level of maturity.
You're leading. Listen, you're leading. You don't want to be put in a position where you lose a game, even though you're leading. And immaturity can do that. You may be leading, you do something silly, and you cause your team a game. Now, Peter Bias did show some emotion when the players were holding on to each other, but then quickly he settled and pulled back. Easily, this could have escalated.
Yes.
So you give the players a lot of credit because they themselves could have.
Come on, fellas, better control the ball.
There's an opportunity. Can he do anything? It's
He headed over open net.
No.
That was the equalizer right there. Headed over the net.
Wow.
Oh my God. That one is going to.
And he's going to have some nightmares with that if his team doesn't win.
Oh my God. Nightmare, you said that already.
Yo!
He's going to regret that. $2,000 up for grab. And what is happening here? What's happening? Oh, they're pulling them. I think the spectators are really pressuring the referee on the far side.
Enough guys are not play advantage up here and then go back.
Yeah, the referee got to take.
The referee really has to be more assertive. We have to get into the middle. The referees are standing on the sideline and issuing instruction. They got to get into the middle and demand, hey, this is what it is.
I'll tell you what. If Young Wallachie score on this possession, I know this game is going to be very disruptive.
Yo, Sam, tell him I'm back up on the
They're
ball.
going to feel like they were outdone by the referee because I don't know. The player headed over. The player headed over. He missed an open net, but they're still getting a free kick.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, here's what I'm saying, Magic. Why isn't the referee inside here to show the players where they're supposed to stand? Why is he staying outside here?
Here he comes now.
It's obvious the opposing team ain't going to listen to the other team.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
But they
So
must
the
listen.
referee has to take control.
They must listen to the referee.
Well, it's still 2-1.
A lot of byplay here. Free kick and it's out of touch, so not really making good use of that one.
And it's getting close to the end of this game, actually. There's like 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left in the game.
I have a feeling at the end of the 7 minutes, it's still going to be a ruckus. The losing team is not going to be satisfied. The winning team is still going to have some complaints. It's really...
Young Wild and Free have really shown that, you know what?
Philly, you one. Turn. Stop the fucking
This
ball.
one is tough.
Stop the ball.
This one is tough. Yes, we thought we had it, but we really don't have it. Yeah, you know, they came into the finals. They won 3-0 easily.
Convincingly,
Very
yeah.
convincingly. I can well imagine they're like, oh, them guys, they're the old man in the time. Well, not so, because the game has to be played by its merit. Big Pete looking for more.
As we go.
Big Pete looking for more.
You know, another thing I realized with Big Pete, he has real good vision of the field in front of him. He sees all the plays, he sees all the options there.
See, and this is one of the things, he just got caught. The player pulled him back. The referee didn't call. I mean, he's complaining, but he knows he doesn't get a lot of those calls. And well, that's it though. That's it. Game over.
That's it, game over.
Cut
And
it
so,
short.
congratulations.
It is.
Congratulations to Select 11. Select 7, sorry. And we saw the emotion there, but I'm happy to see the coaches shaking hands.
Hey, see the way they come? I want to buy no man. Wait. Listen, right. You make them
It's not place me. I would say cats and dogs, but it's raining here. Right at the end of this.
The blessings are coming out. It gets to cool them down, cool down the players. Yeah. The temperature was hot.
So we have a player from the losing team here with us.
Young Wild and Free.
Kenya.
And
It's off?
he's MVP too.
It's off? So we have my contact on the
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you select, but this is on.
So, well, we have
Nah, I'm not coming there, we watch the two there.
we have Kenya, who is a member of Young Wild and Free. You guys came into the finals almost like a cakewalk into the finals, but it shows, you know, yesterday is different than today. The first game, you know, the semi-finals is not the finals. Disappointed?
Very. It was a very tough game. Yeah, we went to try our best. And that's it.
Young, Wild and Free, though, you guys played very freely. I mean, you guys seem to have been played together. You guys have been playing together for a while because you were, you know, a team that is very well connected. Is that what that was about?
Yes, we all played for Pigotts Bullets Club. Yeah, so we train together every day. So it's very nice to play with them. Yeah.
The season is coming up. Looking forward to the Premier Division.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the Premier Division, yes. Very anxious, yeah, you know, but just train hard and prepare for it.
You're the MVP of this tournament. Not very often the loser of a final is the MVP. However, I guess, that's just the way it is. As MVP, you carry the tag of most valuable player. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot to me. I was preparing for this tournament a very long time. And every year, I always prepared for it every year. So, I come out, try my best to always score goals, help my team. Yeah.
All right, thank you so very much. Young, Wild and Free, that was Kenya. Now we're going to have the coach of the winning team, $2,000 in the bag, in the kitty. We can buy a couple of, I'm not going to, I'm not going to speculate. 3 5s, gosh, I mean, you've been in this thing for like, 1,000 years?
Well, I actually played the first game, the preliminary game. Just so unfortunately, I didn't feel like playing tonight because I see we have a very equipped and good squad. So my services wasn't needed on the field, but it was mostly used on the sideline.
Young, Wild and Free looked very good in the semi-finals, and I was telling my co-host that yes, they may look good, but wait until you see the finals, because you never know. It all depends on the team that you play. What did you think when you watched them play, coming to play the finals? You knew you had the edge, didn't you?
Yeah, we had the edge in terms of number one of our experience, and we will know how to deal with. Because watching the first game they played, they were very fluid and they were very fast. So we know that we have to slow them down and let them adapt to our style. And in seeing this game, a lot of frustration, kicking and all that stuff and so on. And we were able to prevail by keeping our heads on.
3 5s, I know you're part of football throughout Antigua and Barbuda, where people are listening to you all across the world right now. We're on YouTube and Facebook Live. Football in Antigua and Barbuda, your perspective.
Well, coming out of COVID, I expect to see the hunger and the creativity that we have displayed prior before COVID. So I hope that this upcoming season will be a success. Not too much injuries. I know injuries are going to be a part of the game, but I hope the season will be a success.
Thank you so very much, 3 5s, and I wish you all the best in football in Antigua and Barbuda.
Thank you guys very much and good coverage.
All right. Yeah, so you're listening to Parish League Network. We just brought you the finals of the Pigotts 7-a-side competition. It's been awesome just bringing you this live coverage. Mark Charles, the camera crew, Moreland, Arlene, Fabian, Pilgrim. They're the ones who have been here, bringing you this coverage, and I want to thank you here from Pigotts Playfield, the finals of the 7-a-side. It was young ones in the first semi-finals. They lost to Select 7, and then it was the team of who was it again?
Young,
Wild and Free, who won the second semi-finals, but in the finals it was Select 7 2-1 over Young, Wild and Free. I want to thank you so very much to tune in to the network, the #1 network right in Antigua and Barbuda right now for Antiguan sports, live sports. It is the Parish League Network. Have a great one, enjoy your evening, and we will see you
tomorrow morning, 9:30
a.m.
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Have a great one. See you later.